everyone, and welcome to another edition of From Boxes to Butterflies, a show where I get to bring people on, and it's just that. It's looking at how people have gone through changes, what they're doing, and taking that ability to move from being stuck in a box, feeling stuck, to emerging as that beautiful butterfly that we all are. So, um, it's been an interesting start to this, and I'm going to introduce Dr. Nhu Truong. Let me give a little bit of a, a background of her, and then I will bring her up. Dr. Nhu Truong, a pharmacist turned holistic wellness practitioner, career business coach, and admission advisor at the STORRIE Institute. She's a vital member of the Burnout to All Out team, inspiring purposeful living. With 13 years in corporate America, Dr. Truong's journey from burnout to holistic advocate showcases resilience. Her best-selling book, Quantum Holistic Healing, Awaken Your Journey, reflects her transformative path. Driven by mindfulness, she empowers individuals through small, meaningful changes, fostering a purposeful, compassionate culture. As founder and CEO of KN Health Consulting, she guides healthcare professionals and entrepreneurs towards true happiness and fulfillment. Mindfulness is her tool for making a positive impact. A mentor, advocate, and business partner, Dr. Truong enriches your journey. Her diverse background in clinical expertise, sales, and management uniquely positions her to champion your growth. She believes in human potential and reshapes lives through mindful meditation and nurturing gratitude. And now I'm going to bring up Dr. Nhu Truong. It's great seeing you.
Hi, Susanna. Happy the Wednesday? The week
Wednesday.
all gone by.
It's Wednesday all day.
Oh, well, thank you for having me and hope your day's wonderful as in the middle of the week already, right? Flown by.
Time flies as it does. I'm glad you were able to come on because we only met basically Saturday during Nick's Never in Control audio room. But you're also a part of the upcoming Recharge and In Charge Global Summit with CJ. So I'd love to have people get a chance to get to know you and let you talk a little bit about kind of your journey to where you are now.
Well, thank you, Susanna, and thank you for having me again. I always one of my thing is I lead with always gratitude. So no matter what, I'm grateful for our journey together because I really believe that you know in this universe, whether you believe in higher beings, religions, or just the law of the natural of how billions of people in this world how we came together. So really to really appreciate all the encounters, the small blessing and the big blessings that we have in our life, and our intentions and our purpose is that's where our hearts will lead. And so I like to kind of share my stories on coming from to the US as an immigrant. My stories
Mhm,
kind of unfold. There's many journey that is obstacle, not knowing the language, right? Not knowing the cultures. Everything is new. We don't have any family, no friends, no money. But there's, and you always get picked at, oh, you're the new kid in the block or the chinkia, Asian or Chinese or whatever, like it's being grouped upon. But,
mhm.
I think those are the things that people put us in box, that kind of label you and stereotype or, kind of, oh, being judged on. And I think it's being appreciative of how, my parents gave up their homeland for the freedom opportunity for the kids. That's like, my drive as a kid, knowing that you have to be somebody. And I always had that. Even when I was back home in Vietnam, I always questioned, what is the purpose of our life? I had that. I was always the odd kid. It's like they call it the black sheep.
I know
Everybody
what it's like.
go with the flow, and they're eating whatever is given. I was the type that didn't ever eat meat, red meat or things. I pick out every little thing. It's just something about me that is different. I question things that, life. I was like, are we just gonna grow, when we, grow older, get, having kids, or like if you get family, have kids, get older, and then you're gonna die. And that whole cycle, I always questions like, there got to be more than us being here. What is that, and so we go through a journey of going seek for high career, right? Going, getting degrees, undergraduate, and then go to pharmacy school to get my doctorate degree, and then, getting to jobs to go up the high level, and getting directors of clinical services, director of, you know pharmacy operation, leading to many successful pharmacy ventures, and startup of a pharmaceutical company. But all that really, it's, at the end of the day, when I don't, I always question, I was like, there got to be more, because I see, like for me, even though I'm a pharmacist by trade, there's one thing that I want to share, is that what the society and how it's, like there's a pill for an ill for everything. When you go to a doctor, they give you, and then so if you have a side effect, they can give you another pill for it.
Right.
So as a pharmacist, and we want to advocate for patients to really own your health, to be take ownership of your health, to really be present, because they can give you it, but if you're not aware of what's going on, and as you get older, all that pill, you're going to stack up, and then you keep on, it's like, you know and not many people have that around. And we really need to get a proactive, preventative approach. So it's just because, those are things that will help you live longer. Because, and right now, I don't have a problem saying that, really the big pharma and there's a incentive on the healthcare system to don't want to cure you, because they want to continue making that money, because that's where the money come from. So
Hmm.
how, they're not going to take that long, really drive to really say, you have to take care of yourself. So that's where you have to really take care of yourself. Nobody will. So it come back to you. And one of the things that led me to really the burnout is not only the journey, but, I had, sepsis. I went to the emergency room, and then during COVID, my nephew commit suicide. So one of the things that, kind of like really strong to my heart is mental health and burnout as a professional. And we keep on having that drive and keep on going. And I'm a working a mom of two, so we keep on going. And, we just want to, oh, I've done this, and what's next? So when you have that obstacle, when your life at the line saying, if you don't change, you're not going to be present for your kids, your family, or anybody else that you want to take care of, even if you're selfless. But it got to come back to you. So that moment of trying to search for something more, what can I do to provide a more stable concrete for family support, and being that emotional, traumatized moment of my life, I seek more on toward spirituality, practice on the meditation, the mindfulness. All that led to really, no matter, because even though I'm a pharmacist, when you take medication, you depend on it, you're not going to ever want to, I mean, you're not going to get out of it. But if you find a holistic and finding what's going on you, and you really be present and own like what's going on at the moment, and be aware of your family, if you're at work, like with you and I, we're having a conversation. So be present now, then don't reflect what's in the past. Oh, what's going to happen tomorrow? But if you're present now, you will see all your thoughts and things will come to realize that the tools that you have, it's already within you. You just
Right.
have to
Right.
unpack and unfold, one at a time. And it's very, and not just, I'm not here to say that, oh, it's just overnight you can do this. No, it takes time, right? Nothing, it's not going to come that, but when you have that curiosity, you have that open mind, and you're willing to find something because there's got to be more. If you know that your life is meant for more, and you're searching for what is it, and you don't feel that joy when you go up and show up, because I really want to motivate people to really find what's their joy, because no matter what you do, if you can find contentment, you're grateful for what you have, no matter where you're at, you still be happy, you be living joyful. Because let's say if you're stuck in a job, how about learn the best out of it, learn all the skills, in the meantime find something else, but be on a mindset of a positivity. How do
Right.
you carry yourself the best, even if in the most struggle moments? And really, when your most struggles and all the obstacles in your life, that's that's the one that makes you who you are. It's right now define who you are is all the things that you've come. So all the scar, the sacrifices of, like when I first came here in the US, I had to, like, when I was like 9, 10 years old, I did a simple homework that would take me 4 hours, Susanna, versus somebody might take them less than 30 minutes for one homework. But I still have to keep on going. You have to, and it's just that motivation and power. You have to find the goodness, because there's always good, even if there's bad things. And one of the things that profound, as I went through, your whole world would change, Susanna. It's just amazing how your mind, when we work and we reflect and have that little slow moment to work on ourselves, because we're the worst critic, because we're the one that have the limiting belief. We're the one that judgmental of us and saying, oh, am I really then, worthy of being here to share this? Who am I? But maybe someone else don't have that voice. Maybe someone else, are going through what we're going through. So that's where we have to kind of create a space so they can see, maybe through our lens, our voice, that they being heard. And that's where you got to level up. I tell you that for me to really share my vulnerability on, on personal, that takes some courage, and knowing that it's like, maybe I can give somebody hope. That's where our the purpose in life is not just for us. It's what we give out, and what we, I pray with my kids at night and in the morning. And really, I truly believe, because all these amazing people like you, like CJ, Sia, and all the amazing people, on and on, I can countless. It's like, because I pray with my heart and sincerity, not just for myself, I pray for the whole world, everyone to have, peace, no harm, those who are struggling to, like lost parents, to have a parents, to unite. If they're struggling with health, may they be have a recovery. It really shows that whatever you project, whatever your prayers and thoughts, and whatever you manifest out the universe, it will come out, and it will come back to you. And that
Right.
energy is just like, it's like, that's, we're here to serve, we're here to give. And even if I don't have anything, I can give that motivation that, I'm here for you. And if you need somebody to talk to, we're here. And so that it's just it changed. No matter what your world, when you change everything else, it became a beautiful world because you changed.
Right.
So that it takes a lot of work because of, you got to unfold all that trauma.
Well, and I know what that's like. I've dealt with it myself, and for me, what happened was I had someone. It's like she would point something out, and then she get upset because I would change really quick, and so she's like, "Are you trying to please me or something?" And it's like, um, no, it just made sense, and that was it. But I also understand what you say on the aspect of even that second language, learning in that second language. I've taken Chinese because it was required in business school, but I also know a Chinese gal who she she passed the New York bar as her second language, and her mindset was all focused on all that studying because she's learning the language through law books, through law terminology. So when you talk about how it took you hours to do different lessons, and I totally understand what that's like. And then too, the just that mindset, that that finding a way to just cut the past so it doesn't keep dragging. That's the way I put it. It's we got to cut the chains to the past so that it doesn't become our future. We can stay in the present and not be focused on. We got to know what happened in the past, but
Yeah.
don't let it run us. Don't let it be in charge.
Yeah, and
So,
really powerful, Suzanne, on our mind is like whatever your mind you put on, like, if you be surrounded with a positive, like-minded community, then all the things that you set to do, want to do, you align, everything will flow. But if you you know, put yourself in a room that's all negative, then you're gonna start to have that limiting belief. You're gonna question yourself, who am I? Oh, should I do that? Can I do that? And so those are like it's our mind, it's so amazing on it change. There's studies on neuroplasticity and all that.
right.
It's amazing, and we can the transformation, like we can be anything. It's just you gotta put your mind, when they say you gotta put your mind to it, it literally is your mind first. You start with your mind.
Well, I think CJ wants you to understand that, or she wants me to confirm that, yes, anything you work with her, it will be filled with homework. She's very good at that. But yeah, it's that mindset of changing everything to go forward. So when you work with people now, how is your approach with them? How do you work with clients and help them to move forward?
So really, before you can move forward, it's as let's say if they're in a career, or a business that they want to thrive or they change or whatnot, it's really asking their why, right?
Mhm.
What are they trying to do? What is what's their purpose? And it's hard. It's not that easy to really unfold and find their purpose, because to really deep down and really get honest with yourself, with that individual, and we have to kind of work through and unfold some of the trauma, some of the things that are kind of um, either put us in that box because of those, whether it's societal, whether it's trauma, whether it's a culture's things, that it has an impact on us. And so we have to kind of and that Susanna, when you have just 1 to 5 minutes a day, right, when you really, not just, because we're so busy on the fast pace of, no, what's next? Oh, I gotta go. Or, when we have kids, it's, no, 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 we gotta go. We're gonna be late. No, no. And so we don't ever have that moment of, let's just, like reflect and just not do anything. When you don't do anything and you're not in that rush, that mode of flight, you gotta go, or it's that panic. But when you really deep down and nothing, there's no woo woo about, but you really just, even if you want to open your eyes or close your eyes, but you really do deep breath and pay attention to your in breath and just count. And whatever thoughts your monkey mind come up, whatever, whether, oh, is project coming up, or it's did I submit something, did I finish with my clients, bring back and just recount, bring those back to yourself, being aware, because then all the things that you keep on doing the practice, you will see the things that, let's say, as you go through the journey before you even speak, or if like somebody made a comment, and then before you would either be quick to answer a certain way, your mind now kind of like questions like, oh, did I or should I? And that makes you more aware of yourself. It's not about them. It's not on the outside, because most of the time what people really need is the validation on outside of getting that valid, like, oh, Nhu or Susanna, oh, you did a wonderful job, or that, having someone to but really that seeking outside, you don't it, that's like going to a career and keep on going and keep on going, and you don't really know where you're going. You keep on, like, lots of, now in the society, I have nephew and niece, they go in school but they don't know what they want to do, because they just keep going. They don't really want to sit down and really reflect and have that moment of 1 to 5 minutes, right, to really have your thoughts, and even and non-judgmental, because whatever your thoughts is, whether you journal, whether you talk out loud with a friend, you share, you know the conversations. But really, people, because I really believe in a lot of things, it really come back to the mental health, whether if it's a little kid to adult, to trying to prevent someone from burning out, to a thriving career, or to find that purpose, lacking of joy. It all come back to, if you seek within yourself, then you will see that all the things that you have, and all the things that you can be work on, you have it there. You have all it takes. It's just you have to uncover and have that moment to yourself and reflect. Then you will see the miracle and things that unfold. But it takes time and practice. But it's just, even you walking, and then it's like walking and being mindful of it. Each time you walk, you're surrounded of all the surrounding. Sometimes people I see walking, they'll be on the phone, right? My nephew would take a walk on the hike, and I see him on the phone. I was like, "Are you enjoying the hike? Are you enjoying the scenery, or are you on the phone?" Like, it's
Oh, yeah.
really a
Yeah.
lot of now, the digital worlds. It's good and bad, but then you have to find that moments to really be present for yourself, because that is, no matter what you have going on, your family, your career, your business, if you don't take care of yourself and really reflect on things, practice the gratitude to really see the things that you're blessed with, even the small things. Even if you don't feel like you don't have anything, we're alive today. That is a blessing, a gratitude for another day. Like, it just, we have a lot, but then when we look up and we compare ourselves, that's where the judgmental. But if you look on the progress within yourself, you see where you are now, then you see that the transformation. And we're going through more. It's not the end. And this journey, it's, they call it, it's not um, a destination. It's a journey. You're not just seeking, oh, is this the success? Is this the what I'm looking for? So whatever our thoughts, it's like a seed that we grow into a fruit, a tree, whatever that flowers that we want, that fruit, the tree, we nurture it in nurturing our mind. When your mind is nurtured, then everything else, it comes to you, and people go through this journey, they can uncover, maybe they change, and then the people surround, and people, let's say, in their inner circle might not be around with them, but knowing that it's okay to embrace that change, and to accept the difference, and not being in control, because we as human, we like to be controlled. We're like, oh, they used to be this way, they used to hang out and be close to me, they used to share things, and but they're not anymore, so maybe they're not that, but it's your path is different, and it's okay. Everybody, that's where you have to be, reflect, and not just look for other people validation. That's where you be strong, you level up, and you help others. When you serve with a heart and compassion, like I meet people like you, Susanna. It's like, like, you have to find, you know, we have to like find the strength and motivate and inspire by others, and then how we help others come along, because we all, that moment of life, of that struggle, that tearful moment, we've all been there. But how do we get other people to transform to be here now? Because now is, it's like taking actions. If you don't take
Right.
action, nothing will work, right? Like, because we can talk, so we can say, here's the method, I give you everything, but if you don't practice, nothing will work. So you got to show up for, how are you showing up? How are, what are your words that you're coming out when you talk to your friends, your family? How are your actions carried? Because all that, it's like you have that energy when people walk in the room. There's some people that have a positive and that vibe that you like, you just want to hug because of that
Hmm.
energy, because you radiate, you just who you are. You can't, being authentically you and show up and show love, to others. You know, it just, I don't know. It's like it's amazing, Suzanne, and I want people to have that. I know people can have it. Now there's so many, people going through so many struggles. Like people going through menopause. Going through a tough changes in their life, right? People going through different diagnoses of, you know, illness or life or family death. There's so many that when we can take care and help others to be in a better mindset, then that's where it's like a blessing, because you are being blessed to be able to do this. It's just, it's like, I don't know. I feel like I wanted to, people don't, people think that I'm crazy. Sometimes I feel like, but I'm really thankful for the things that, especially the bad things, the negative things. People
Right.
who said that you're not going to make it, you're not going to graduate, or you're not going to pass your board, or they nitpick you. Or I had trauma, lots of trauma. My father passed away when we first came to the US. My mother was diagnosed with cancer during my pharmacy school, and I was away. My sister had, like accident that the car, like she had a seizure that hit the pole, and a lifeline took her. So it's a life moment that my family kind of hid it from me and didn't want to disclose. But a friend kind of called me and said, what's going on, with your sister. And that's how I fight it. But all those things that makes you who you are, because of the blessing, the things that life doesn't happen. We always question why life, why this happened to me, but it didn't happen to you, it happened for you. So when
Right.
people, when we really look on the things that we go through, it's lots of painful memories, but that is where you're meant to be. You're meant to help people that gone through your journey to be stronger, to walk tall like Chris and many others that are, it's, we walk the talk. We're here for, and I get emotional because it just, it's amazing. It's the I really, I just see that, in the US, and no matter how much we struggle, but the things that we what we lack is not the material. Let's say the house and the basic necessity, right? We all have that.
Anybody have anything going for lunch? Definition of good?
Oh, are you able to hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you and a little bit more.
Oh,
Girls,
Susanna, because I think the weather. I was like, are you still here?
Yeah, no, we're still live. Yeah, and I know you've been having some weather issues,
Yeah,
which
but
why it was really
I
questionable.
just, what finish that thought is really, um it's really like what do you call what I'm doing, and I'm passionate. Is like I just have this fire that is like we just have to have more kindness, the loving, the compassions, caring for one another. That that no separation of the races, the gender, the religions, and like the status quo. Oh, you're a doctor, oh, you are a trash man, a mailman. You got to respect one another and appreciate all those people. Without them, and the people who make you the food, the people who grow you the crops. It's just those small things. If you realize, even if when you sit down and eat, you appreciate the small things, the blessing and the gratitude. When we practice gratitude and stay in tune to ourselves, the magic, and then when you really have a heart to serve, and you give you all, and you really like imagine, like, let's say if someone were going through really challenging time in your life, and you put them in your head, and you put them in your heart, and you pray for them, and you imagine you multiply that with the world and what you want to do, what you want them to get, the universe will bring it to you. And that is where I feel like we have a lot of works to be done. But then again, I see a lot of amazing people that are doing amazing things to make the changes for not only now, but for the next generations to come. So it's just, look in the good, find the good in people. Don't look at the bad in people. That's where the magic happen. Let's work together. Let's bring the bias down and just take a minute for yourself.
Well, see the person for who they are, and not
Yes.
too often. I kind of came across this when I was talking with somebody yesterday. This world it only wants to see the shell, just like the book that I wrote. There's characters in it where they figure if they just put on the armor, then they can beat anybody. But the main character's like, that doesn't feel right. There's got to be more to the armor. There's got to be more to the people than what you see. And the reality is, who we really are is at our soul. So when you can see that person at their soul, at who they authentically are, and they don't feel like they have to hide, that makes such a huge difference. And that would reduce a lot of the polarization if people would see people as who they are and not impose ideas.
Yes. You kind of a little frozen. And
Okay.
the get emotional
Well,
is,
yeah.
the gratitude, like the immense that just the transformation, and the people that comes to you, you're able to serve and help. We're here to make the impact of helping others. And then just I had a gentleman who struggles finding a job, and he DM, and you know I just try to, kind of spread my word, my network online and offline. And I told him, hang in there. I believe and I pray that things will be good for you and your family. And he said, those are the things that was his last hope. Just imagine that, having that kind of impact you across the world. I can't do anything. I wish I can do a lot of things, but there is that small impact that you can make, but in one person's life, that you change their whole entire life, that you can change. That is, what we need to empower others to do. Let's make that and join together.
Well, I want to be more respective of your time. So if you've got more time, I mean, I think everybody would love to hear more of what you say, but I want to make sure that if you do need to go someplace, that I honor that as well. So how
Well,
are
I
you?
think I think I don't know if is there anything you're curious, or maybe we can do another session together, uh, and we can continue this. There's a lot of things that or maybe others that would like to know, and we can continue this.
Well, I know it's just there's so much to it, and there's so many moving pieces,
Yes.
and it sounds to me like in your case, it's the gratitude that is really the centerpiece. For me, and you touched on this as well, and this is kind of how CJ and I connected in one way, is when you look at my signature emoji, that last butterfly is for the butterfly effect. And the butterfly effect is as written by Ray Bradbury in A Sound of Thunder, where to change anything in the past is to change us. And I'm not willing, as no matter all the stuff I've gone through, to get to where I'm at now, when I can look in the mirror and be happy with who I see. I wouldn't want to change anything, even if I was given the choice, because whoever, from that point, my whole life changes. And whoever I end up being, I may not even like that person.
There you go. See, it's a journey and a work in progress that we continue on. We evolve and we transform, and when we really stay in tune to ourselves, that's where the magic happens.
Mm-hmm.
And it's even though I'm a pharmacist, but I don't endorse just saying, oh, just a pop a pill if you're anxiety or depressed, or there's things that we have to do because there's a side effect for everything, right? The side effects sometimes outweigh more, so there's more ways. And people who are in corporate world, we can help them show up better as a leader, how they're being mindful of being a leaders and taking the actions to lead the company, lead the business. Is that who you are? Are you being real with yourself? What are you passionate about? Are you that kind and loving, compassionate that you said you are, versus just all about the money?
Right.
But I would love for people, I'm sure those who are joining us, to come and there's lots of other speakers, but we'll dive in more on our global summit, you know, with
Yeah. This
others amazing speakers.
there's going to be amazing speakers there, and just even this topic alone, I can see a number of us. This is a topic, no matter which direction we're coming at it from, it still kind of has a central piece to it, which is moving beyond boxes.
Yes.
To me, that's just how I see it. We keep being told who we are, what we are, getting stuck, getting labeled, and it's the different ways of moving beyond the boxes, of understanding what's holding us back so that we can, to me, the way I put it is just cut the ties to the past, because normally that's what's holding us back, is something associated with the past. And then move forward, because once we get out of the box, that's when we shine as our authentic selves, as who we were created to be.
Yeah. And a lot of people are scared of getting the unknown, but just to take that leap of faith and have that, to see that other people have gone through ahead of you, that you
Yep.
can do it. You can find the tools, the support, the community that will lift you up and be there on with you during your journey to, and that's all it's about. We're in this journey together. We're not guaranteed a day tomorrow. Nobody's guaranteed.
No.
So you have to do it now. You have to, be happy. Find whatever it is for you. You know, find the love, because when you love others, you gotta love yourself. Even the imperfect, the trauma, the all the things, because of all those experiences is what makes you who you are.
Well,
And
I
much
think
love to you and everyone in
Well, I think we're probably at a point where we'll kind of wrap it up then. And what I'd love for you to do is just kind of give some final words and make sure everybody knows how to get a hold of you, because
Yeah.
you are
So,
definitely somebody to get a hold of.
well, I'm a heart of servant, and I say I love to serve people. I'm here to take care, because some people think it's a burden, but for me, no matter what, that's your blessing. I get that blessing to take care of those people, because it's not easy. Like when you talk about when you donate or you're able to, it's not easy to have that. But when you're able to take care of your family, your friends, your neighbor, someone reach out and you're able to lift them up and help them, that's all it's about. So, show up, be the best version of yourself, and don't compare with others. Look within you. You are beautiful. You're already wonderful. You're already awesome. You're smart, you're handsome, you're beautiful for who you are. It does not, no comparison, and no success doesn't happen overnight. It's a working progress. It's just the baby step. We just have to show up and really believe that there's kind people with the right intentions to help you. Just find those people that are your tribe. Be there. And like, those who want to connect with me, I'm always on LinkedIn. They can DM me, shoot me a message, or if they like, I'm an open book, because I love to share. That's who I've always been, very
Right.
transparent, share. Because, we don't need to hold any secret. It's just, we can find the uniqueness and find people who can see your zone of genius that they call it, your special you. Some people don't see it, but there's people that have that other sense that they can see, oh, you are meant for this. You are meant for more. So let them help you, guide you, and take you on that path, on that transformation. And
Yeah.
and
Well,
I look forward to for us to maybe do more of this, or the next one is the global summit.
yep.
With the Level Up Academy. So I look forward to on this amazing journey with everyone.
There's a lot still to happen, and
Yes,
I think you really kind of hit the point there too. Is that being there, because just because we serving is what feels good, we all have different gifts, and that is the gift that you were given. So it only makes sense, and to just help others to create that awareness that they're ready to make the move to do what they were supposed to do, but
yes,
they need the help, and that's where you come in. You're there to give them that help and give them whatever guidance they need to become aware and to move.
yeah. Because don't lose your purpose. You know that your purpose. You gotta find your purpose in life. Because whatever it is, find it and hold on to it and keep on moving, one baby step at a time.
Exactly. So it was
Sending
it,
much love out there to everyone.
well, and we've got an amazing group of people that have been in the audience, so it's really been exciting to see everybody in the comments, and um, I always try to make sure I get back to the comments at some point afterwards, because it's more connection, and
Yeah,
you just never know how do they put it. That next person could be that magic connection,
yeah.
they say.
Well, and one of the things is having that open mind is we're more alike than we think we're different. When you have that separation mind of we're different, then you already put a mind block. But we
Yep,
are much more alike than we know, no matter what the appearance outside may be. We are very much, we're all one. We're connected. So just collect, connect to the one that you have that energy vibe, and just stay true to yourself, love others, and be
yep.
you.
Well, thanks so much for being here. It was great having you on. I'm so glad this worked out. And I'm so glad the technology and everything just it worked. It went great. So
Yes.
thanks so much.
Thank you, Susanna. See you next time. Bye, everyone.
All right. And